Hey, my name is Nis Jespersen. I'm Solution Architect at Transmute. Today I'll demo the integration that we've built on the SAP integration suite. Let's just go and find it. It's this one here. It's called US Customs and Border Protection Import Filings. And if we just take a quick look at the documentation first to provide a bit of business context. At Transmute, we work with the US government, in particular the Department of Homeland Security, as part of the Silicon Valley Innovation Program. That's a program that's supposed to enable new technologies, in particular in terms of digital identification and cryptographic signatures. All standards-based, and all as a part of a program that is where we're forced to prove interoperability. The ultimate intention with SVIP is to facilitate, among other things, the Customs and Border Protection ACE 2.0 system. So the ACE system, the current ACE system, and the next one is a single window system. That means it's the system that you call to provide your documentation in conjunction with imports and exports as you move data across the US border. ACE 2.0 will leverage these new standards which are being developed, and Transmute is a very active part of both developing the standards and also implementing them. So we are building a fully certified platform which corresponds to, or which implements these requirements. So I've listed some of the main ones here. They're not the only ones. But just to go through the standards, the first one is the W3C Verifiable Credentials Standard, which is a standard for signing cryptographically data, basically. The decentralized identifiers is for identifying, in this context, mostly parties, but also shipments and goods and documents and anything that you can identify. There's a particular DID method called DID web, which is the required method selected by the US government, which you also need to comply to. The traceability vocab is a set of JSON schemas with linked data behind them that you are required to provide in order to meet certain workflows, depending on the commodity, the type of good you're importing, and the origin country. The traceability interrupt is a technical subset of the verifiable credentials standard that describes particularly how to exchange verifiable data over HTTP. It also provides a test suite that you must participate in and prove that you are interoperable. So again, our platform, the Verifiable Data Platform, implements and meets all these requirements. And the intention with the integration is to use that to bridge the HANA with the ACE 2.0 system. So if we just look very high level at the architecture, what the integration does is it pulls out a particular set of data, in this case purchase order data, signs it using our platform, and presents it to the ACE system. The rest of this document is just configuration, so I don't intend to go through that on this demo. It's already configured. So if we switch over to the artifact here, let's just take a quick look. It's rather simple integration flow. Here is the triggering HTTPS call. It looks like this. And it's protected at the sub-account level. And this is the call out to our platform, which I have opened over here. And it also is protected, obviously, on our platform, and the client credentials that I've created over here have been configured on this instance. So let's just switch over to monitor and go to Postman. So I'll just make sure that I'm authenticated. Here's this token, and I'm gonna call this endpoint, which you will recognize this obviously, and this is what the resources that I showed you before. So let's just send this off. We should see this come through. There it is, and this returned an OK. So that's really it. Then if we switch over to the receiving side, so this was the inbound into the integration flow, and over here, if we this corresponds to ACE 2.0, and if we look at what we've received, we should see here we go, this one coming through in a few seconds ago. So that's the presentation that was just that we just passed. So that's actually what the integration flow does. We've done a little more also on our own platform, which is an adapter, an SAP adapter on our platform. Looks like this. What it does is it pulls data out of the S/4HANA APIs. So if we look at this one, the supply invoice here. So we pull some of these data out. The test data is not great, but it's fine for proving the purpose. So if we just like search for something 51, this calls the SAP API, and we can just take one of these or some of these. See, there's plenty here. And if I want to just make sure that we follow the monitor here. There. So now we've selected one of those invoices from the HANA API, and I'm going to present it here. That should trigger the same integration flow. There we go. And if we switch over here, let's just refresh the screen. We should also see that come through, not triggered by Postman this time, but triggered by a more user-friendly environment. And indeed, here it is, this one there. Oops. So that's really it. Just to summarize, the intention of this integration is to integrate S/4HANA Cloud with the Customs and Border Protection ACE 2.0 system, leveraging our platform, the Transmute Verifiable Data Platform, implementing the rather strict list of requirements that you need to communicate with the US government digitally. That's it. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to progressing this much further. Thank you.